Hello, welcome, and thank you for participating in the Regional Business Summit. I am Veronica Gomez-Vilchis, Diversity Advocate and Outreach Specialist for Central Washington University. Over the next few minutes, I will provide you with tips on creating an inclusive workplace where your employees feel they belong, feel they are part of your company or organization, and share why this is important for your employee and overall business. When integrating diversity, equity, and inclusivity in your company, as a result, you will see an increase in retention, productivity, and loyalty. In addition, your customer base will grow as they learn about your commitment to DEI. For example, Forbes shared that employees who bring their whole selves to work are 42% less likely to leave for another job. Korn Ferry Group indicated that there is a 75% increase in productivity and an 87% improvement when making decisions. In addition, according to a business case done by Diversity for Social Impact, they found that by 2022, 75% of organizations that boast a diverse and inclusive culture among frontline decision makers will exceed their financial targets. Given that the cost to replace an employee is about 33% of their salary, there is a strong economic reason for integrating DEI. How can you integrate DEI in your business? It begins with commitment from business owners, CEOs, and leaders within the company and organization. As leaders, you set the expectation and contribute towards creating a culture that values diversity, equity, and inclusion. When your company develops the strategic plan, mission, and vision, DEI must be incorporated in each of those areas. DEI should not seem like an add-on or a checking the box. DEI implementation is intentional, purposeful, followed by accountability. Your marketing campaigns must reflect that commitment in various ways. For example, examine how you are advertising and marketing your business. Collect data on who you are currently reaching. Identify what customers are you missing and develop a marketing campaign that reaches them and where they can see themselves reflected in your company. In advertisements, some companies ensure to include people with disabilities, women in roles that have stereotypically been advertised for men, and non-traditional families. DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusivity, can be integrated in your recruitment and hiring practices by ensuring that the position descriptions are inclusive and broad enough. Are the job requirements so specific that you have inevitably narrowed it for only a specific group to apply? For example, does the person have to have a degree, or can a combination of experience and education be sufficient, allowing for veterans to apply who have the experience and training, just not the college degree? Expand your network base to include minority-serving organizations and professional affiliations to grow the applicant pool, increasing opportunities for minorities, veterans, and people with disabilities to apply. Think about recruiting people who are not job searching as well, who have the demonstrated experience that can be an asset to your company. Make those cold calls or email people inviting them to apply. When it comes to job interviews, focus on behavior-based questions, giving applicants opportunities to discuss their knowledge, skills, and strategies in how they approach situations. During the interview process, continue demonstrating your commitment to DEI so candidates can see themselves working in your company. In addition, take a look at your policies and procedures. When were they created? Why were they created? Is it time to revisit and modify to meet the company's current and future needs? How are they aligned with your strategic plan, your mission, and vision? If your company is committed to being a family-friendly business and you are promoting that you are a company that is family-friendly, are your policies and procedures reflecting that commitment? When your company is formulating the strategic plan, include employee development and DEI with topics such as unconscious bias, how to engage in DEI conversations, and cross-cultural communication as part of your company goals and priorities. Learning about unconscious bias allows employees to focus inward, to become aware of how biases impact how we interact with others. Building on employee communication skills include creating spaces and grace to have thoughtful and intentional conversations on DEI that can lead to growing employees as well as to creating innovative ways to do business. Cross-cultural or intercultural communication skills provides employees with the tools to genuinely experience cultures to gain a deeper understanding of what are the norms, values, beliefs, traditions of important stakeholders such as their coworkers, donors, investors, and customers. Employee development is not only about training or attending conferences and seminars. It is also about growth opportunities within the business. Career advancement can look differently when viewed through the DEI lens. There can be blind spots that we may not think of when we assign people projects, shift lead roles, or opportunities for promotion. Having knowledge and skills in DEI, managers can avoid troublesome blind spots and reduce liability risk by implementing equitable practices for upward mobility and professional development. Visualize this. You are a supervisor, an executive, or a leader in your organization who loves golfing. A couple of your employees who report to you also enjoy golfing. You all decide to go to the golf club at Newcastle. While you are going for hole-in-one, as part of the casual conversation you're having with the group, you begin to brainstorm an idea you have related to the job. The next day, you assign a member from the golf game to lead the project. This is concerning because a member of your team was not golfing with you. Talia coaches soccer in the evenings and weekends. She does not golf. Talia, who is just as qualified, could have contributed and been considered as a lead if was given the opportunity. Unintentionally, you did not think about that. You had a blind spot. I am not saying you cannot golf, especially if that is your outlet, your self-care strategy, your favorite hobby. It is important to keep in mind that before decisions are made, think about who are you leaving out of the conversation. Furthermore, let's say you like to set up happy hours at Jack's Grill so employees can build community, network, and socialize. Be thinking about what can you do for people like David, who has a family and is not able to participate in gatherings that are after hours because he's a single father. And there might be other employees who have other commitments that prevent them from participating. Provide your employees multiple ways to interact with you and coworkers during business hours or during their shifts. In a busy environment, it can be easy to miss opportunities to grow employees who are not in your purview constantly. What else can you do to create a sense of belonging where your employees thrive, where they feel they are part of and contributing towards something bigger and are connected to your company? Become an inclusive leader. As mentioned in the beginning, Forbes shows that an inclusive leader will create a business that is 6 times more likely to be innovative and twice as likely to meet or surpass financial goals. This means, as leaders, you create mentorship pathways for employees to expand their knowledge and grow professionally. Reflecting further on the previous examples about golfing and happy hour, who is at the table when making decisions or brainstorming ideas or finding solutions? Intentionally and strategically include employees who can provide a perspective that you may be missing. If you want to increase consumers from a particular demographic, you will include people from that demographic as part of the process. They cannot speak on behalf of the whole community, but they will know enough that can enhance the team. Similar to team projects, think what is the objective and who from your employees can contribute to accomplishing those goals. Implementing equitable pay practices is another characteristic of inclusive leadership. Studies have shown that employees feel valued, leading to increased productivity and commitment to your business. DEI is a journey. It requires commitment, and you may face barriers or bumps on the road, but the payback is worth it. Investing in your employees is worth the time and money. As we discussed, the main benefits of implementing DEI strategies include improved business performance, reduced turnover, a strong return on investment, employee development of tangible leadership skills, and foster a stronger sense of belonging. Now the question is, are you willing to commit to DEI and take action? Let's move forward together in integrating diversity, equity, and inclusivity as part of how we do business. Email me to discuss how to develop your DEI plan or to obtain feedback on your DEI plan, and you can connect with me on LinkedIn. For participating in the summit and viewing this video, you will receive from me a list of valuable resources that will set you on the path to enhance your DEI initiatives in your business and your organization. Thank you for your time. Stay safe.